Welcome back, guys. Now let's move on to if function and messaging with if. What comes to mind when I say the word if? It's basically two outcomes, a good one or a bad one, a true outcome or a false outcome. It's better to understand with a question. Here, let's say compare the sales of quarter 1 and quarter 2 and display a message that quarter 2 is better than quarter 1, else quarter 1 is better than quarter 2. So how is this going to be done? We can use the function if. So equal to if open bracket. What is our logical test? Our logical test is that we want to test quarter 1 against quarter 2. So equal to 544. Is quarter 2 sales greater than quarter 1 sales? If this is true, then open quotes and type quarter 2 is better. And what if the value is false? If the value is false, then we want to say quarter 1 is better. Close bracket, type enter. Automatically, Excel is going to give you a text answer of which quarter is better than which. Let's say now we want to test if our formula is really working. Quarter 1, I will make 600. See here, the formula changed and now the answer changed, and now it's quarter 1 is better. So this is how we can use if and messages to get analysis out of our data sets. Let's move on to the next one. Naming tables, VLOOKUP and data validation. What do I mean when I say naming table? So select the table and go to this box here. Okay, and type the name of the table, say VLOOKUP table. Do not put space in this name. So once I press enter, now I have renamed this table as VLOOKUP table. Now I can use this reference anywhere I want. Okay, now we are going to make a data validation list. How to make data validation list? So go to this cell here. I'm going to remove everything, and then I'm going to create a data validation. Go into the data tab, go into data validation, select data validation from a list, data between, here select this range E30 to E33. Yeah, select it and press OK. So now you have a validation here. Now what this did is, now you don't have to type anything here. You can just press Alt and down arrow and you can select the quarter number. Okay, or otherwise use the mouse, press on that arrow button and you can select the quarter that you want. Now what is our objective here? We want to know the exact sales and cost of each particular quarter, but not in a tabular form but in a singular form. Like I just want it for quarter 3. How do I do it? So there's a function in Excel called VLOOKUP. So basically I'm going to write what VLOOKUP actually does. Here I'm going to write what are you looking for? No. What are you using to look, comma, where are you looking, comma, what do you want, comma, accurate or not. This is the VLOOKUP function basically about what are you using to look, where are you looking, what do you want, and whether do you want it to be accurate or not. So this is the breakdown. So how am I going to use it? So let's go into VLOOKUP. Lookup value is what are you using to look. I am using quarter 3 to look into my big table here. Using quarter 3 here. Using quarter 3 and looking into the table. Now naming comes into picture. Normally tables are huge and it's very difficult to select the range. I would have to go and select it like this. So now automatically when I select the table, it's automatically taking the name. Otherwise, I can type V look and see my table is already named here. I'm going to select my table. So first one was what are you using to look? Second one is where are you looking? I am looking inside my table. What do I want? I want sales in millions. Now in the table, this is sales, right? Which is the second column. The second column is what I need. So 2, and I want it to be accurate. Accurate is exact match. So you select false, false or 0 and press enter and I get 495. Quarter 3, 495. That's what I'm getting. So again going back to that column number, this 2 here. How did I find that it was 2? In the table, the first column is 1, then it's 2, and then it's 3, and it goes on. Normally, when tables are big, we use a different function called match, but that is a function for a different video. Today, we can just type the number in and get the result. And it's the same way for cost. Now, for cost, you don't have to type the formula again. You can select the two cells and press Ctrl and R. Now you're going to get an NA error. Why did you get this? You got the error because your referencing shifted. Now how to ensure that your referencing doesn't shift? Now you go into the formula and you see it is using something wrong to look something up. It is using 495 to look up in the table, whereas I have to use quarter 3. So I have to change it to quarter 3 here. Yeah. And now if you enter, you're going to get the same sales again. Now why did this happen? Because you no longer want 2, you want 3. So now you're going to get quarter 3 200 cost. Now I'll tell you what happened with the data validation. So now you're going and you want some particular statistic about a particular quarter, and you don't know how to get it fast. So now you select and you put quarter 1, automatically it gets updated. Automatically it gets updated. This is how you can create quick results out of your data using VLOOKUP. Let's look into HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP, so VLOOKUP is vertical lookup. What were we doing? We were looking in through columns. Now HLOOKUP is horizontal lookup. What are we going to do here? We're going to horizontally look up stuff. It's the same logic here. We're not going to create the data validation because we already have the only two people we need the data for. We need the data for Chris and Kate. So again, now the logic is same. What are you using to look? Where are you looking? What do you want? Whether you want it to be accurate or not. So go into the table, go into marks, type HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP, lookup value is Chris. You're using Chris to look up. Now again, now take care of the referencing. You don't want to write this formula again. So what do you want to do? You don't want this 47 to change. So you press dollar here and the 47 won't change. Where are you looking? You're looking in this table over here, and now you don't want this table to change whatsoever. So you press Fn F4. So my laptop requires Fn. You can just type F4 and you get absolute referencing over there. Which row are you looking at? So this is marks. So I am looking at the second row here, 1 2. So I'm going to get the second row, and then I want accurate data. I'm going to press enter. So Chris got 92 in math. So I am also getting 92 here. I'm going to select this and I'm going to press Ctrl R. Kate got 99 and my work is done. I didn't have to type the long formula again for Kate. Here what I'm going to now paste it down. So I'm going to select these two cells and I'm going to press Ctrl D. Here it's 92. Now what went wrong? What went wrong is the section. Now I want 3 and not 2. So this is what you have to change, and then again check it, and you get the correct data for Chris and Kate using HLOOKUP. Again, to tell you which row we are taking, 1, 2 and 3. That's it for HLOOKUP, and we